Astro, are you there? There's a problem. Contact customer service. Okay, so my little friend here has been displaying this message pretty much with every command. I tried to reset him. I tried the factory reset. I tried to restart. Nothing is working, so I had Amazon send me a new guy right there. It's in that box down there. That is the box with my second ASTRO, and we're going to do an unboxing video right now. Let's go.
Oh boy. It's Tech Timmy time.
Okay, so Astro and I, my glitchy Astro and I are going to be unboxing my second Astro. In fact, I've had this here for a better part of 3 months now. I just have not had a chance to take it out of the box, and I have missed my little friend. He has been in hibernate mode because the error message problem just continues to persist, even after doing factory reset after factory reset and restarting and basically doing everything that Amazon had asked me to do. They finally sent me out another one, and I let it sit here. So shame on me because I miss having my little friend running around the house. This feels a little surreal because it's almost like you're putting one dog down while you're getting the new one out of the crate. So a little strange on that, but we're going to take the new one out of the box. I'll walk you through a simple setup. I will fast forward through all of the parts, that the mapping piece and so forth. I have other videos on my channel where I did the setup process for the first one, and the process is essentially the same, but I'll run through that again. I have actually a whole playlist where I do an unboxing, I do the setup, we do the mapping, and then we also do, I think there's one other thing, I can't remember what it was, but there's a playlist on my channel. I will add this to that playlist. So that's the backstory on my old guy here. I figured I would put him here just to prove the point home. Watch, he won't do it now. Astro, bark like a dog. No, he will. You see that message that just popped up for a split second on screen, contact customer service. Eventually, sometimes you'll execute the command, sometimes you won't. But this one was part of Amazon's Day One Edition programs. I'm guessing that this was probably one of the very first units that anybody bought. And so hearing some other stories online, seeing some other videos and so forth, I think that a lot of those early models have all been replaced at this point, at least for those that wanted to pursue their replacement. And so I'm hoping that the new one is better. I'm hoping the new one's flawless. I'm hoping it just works. But I did notice one thing just now that's a little troubling, is that it says refurbished on this. So Amazon product refurbished. Hopefully that's just the box. It actually doesn't say Astro, it just says Amazon product, but I think it would be kind of a little lame if to replace a broken one, they sent me a refurbished one, but as long as it works, right? So we're going to get this out of the box. This box actually looks different than the original box that Astro came in. There were these two little tabby things on the side that you needed to pull out. So I'm wondering if that is part of the refurb, or maybe there's a box within a box. Again, what I'll do in this video is I will fast forward through the actually taking it out of the box part, any slow moving parts of the video. I'll fast forward to try and get through this as soon as possible. This video probably is going to go through a little bit long because the setup for Astro is involved. There are a number of different steps that we need to do, but like I said, I will try and get through this as fast as possible. And with that being said, I'm going to take this out of the box right now. Astro, return to charger. He's not. And again, in terms of this actual box, there's really no other branding or anything on here. And again, I wonder if that is either part of the refurb or what, or if maybe we will see another box in here. Geez, my super sharp knife is starting to get dull from all these unboxings. But here we go. So that looks right. So it looks like we do have a box within a box, and I'll fast forward through this part. So real quick, instructions for the inner box. It says steps 1 and 2, peel away the labels on both side panels and remove the clips. That was the thing I was talking about a minute ago. And then lift the box using the top handle. Cool. So I got to get it out of here before I can do that. So again, I'll fast forward through anything that moves slow. So very straightforward. Here's the label that they want us to peel. It is heavier than I remember, actually. Maybe even just weaker. So I'm going to peel this. Step 1 of 3, peel, remove clip. And they wanted to completely remove it from what I recall. So there's that one. Step 2 is on the other side here. And we're going to elegantly peel the label and remove the clip. Man, why did it take me so long to get this out of the box? I'm actually super excited again to have my little friend back. Because this poor little guy, He's so sick, man. It's because I manhandle him like that. All right, guys. I have treated this thing with the care. So now we've got to be careful turning it over because you want to step through right. You want it to be just like that. And then we basically just, I think that just should just lift up from what I recall. And my boy over there is looking, he's like, oh. He looks afraid, like he knows what's coming. You've been how's that for an Arnold impression? You've been replaced. Not really Arnold. I think that sounds like I don't know what. So here we go. And of course he's looking right at him, right? So they're staring contest right now. Funny. That's really funny, actually. So nothing else in here, or is there? What do you remember, Tim? Not a lot. I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning, so there is that. I think everything that we need is going to be here. And if not, I can come back and revisit this. This is heavy. Astro's heavy. I can't remember. Maybe he's 20 pounds. I don't know. Tim, note to self, flash that up on screen for the good people in terms of how heavy he is. And then this part is also fairly straightforward. So there's some more cardboard there. So this is exactly what I remember. And it's nicely shrink wrapped. So I am thinking that lift, that's what we did. Okay, so that's all set as well. This is exactly what I remember. Just a little tear there, but this is all packaged up. So it's not like if it's a refurb, they just threw it in a box and shipped it over to me. This is what you would expect to see if you buy this thing. So I'm taking that off there. And then I think this just, it does. Amazon does, and I've said this many times across many a video, that they do a wonderful job with packaging. Probably some of the best packaging I've ever seen. Definitely, there are a few companies out there that do it right, and Amazon is one of them for sure. So here we go. Now, I'm wondering where, so they don't send, that's what, that was the difference. When they send you a new one, they don't send you a new docking station. And for me, apparently I have a refurb model, but he looks nice and clean and happy. I don't want to mess with his head at all on the good one. Let me just see if I can power him on real quick. I'm guessing that this is, of course, it's out for 3 months as well. He's going to need a full charge. So I'm going to go away. I'm going to charge him up. And I'm not go away. I'm going to charge him up, and I'll come right back. And when we get these two, maybe we could do an Astro battle or something. So I'm going to go charge that one up, and then we will set him up. Okay, so here we are over in my bedroom now in front of Astro I have him in my existing dock. Apparently when they send you a replacement, they do not send you any new accessories, including the new dock or the cup holder or anything else. So if they send you a new one, make sure that you keep all of the original stuff so that, because you're going to need it. Okay, so I am actually going to try something a little bit different this time. I've been having luck lately with going with a mix of my 5K network, which is Coruscant, and my 2.4 gigahertz network, which is Tatooine, with my ALEXA devices. Because this one is not too far away from the router, I am going to actually try and go with the 5G network, presumably because it's going to be a little bit stronger, and the fact that if he's roaming around the entire house, then it should be able to cover things a little bit more evenly. At least that's what my gut tells me. So we're going to try that to start. Okay, says that it's connecting. Looks like it accepted my password. That's good news. I believe we're also going to have to log into our Amazon account as well. Maybe. At least that's what happens when you do a factory reset. We'll see. It'll also be interesting to see if this automatically syncs up with my Astro app with the old one. And I'm going to have to decommission that old one, which I believe involves doing another factory reset. I didn't want them to play together though, so there is that. Okay, yep, so it's going to make us log into our Amazon account. Like I said, I'll fast forward through this. Yeah, so hopefully the lighting's not too bad. I'm trying to keep myself out of my shadow away from the screen for you guys. Try and get as good of a picture as possible. That red light is just what's here. So that's just an Astro thing. I can't really get away from it, although I do like that my thumb glows red like that. Isn't that cool? We'll fast forward through the rest of the loading here. Okay, so it says hi to me, and Astro's now registered to me. So meaning that this Astro, hopefully, as opposed to my other one. So agree and continue there. Here we're going to say it already remembers that I'm on Eastern Standard Time, which is true. And now, so this is all, I believe, required as part of setup. They want to step you through these little tutorials here, but we don't have an hour to kill right now, or wait a minute, 30 plus 15. We don't have 50 minutes to kill right now. So I'm going to skip and or fast forward through all of this stuff, but the Meeting Astro one is actually shorter than 5 minutes, so let's just play that. At least I'll start, and if it gets annoying, we'll skip it.
Keep home closer with Astro. Here to help
Lighting a
whether
little
you're
better
home
that way?
or away.
No.
Let's take a look at some of the things you can do with Astro after it gets to know you and your home. When you're away, Astro helps you stay in the know. You can use the Astro app to see a live view of each room and check in with those at home. You can also get alerts if Astro detects certain types of activity. When you're home, Astro helps you from room
So that's more than halfway through now.
It can bring calls and timers directly to you. Take a snack to the bedroom. Or follow you with your favorite entertainment. As you listen to things like music, the screen will automatically turn to face you. Astro comes with Alexa, so when you ask it for the weather or the news, Alexa will respond. Astro can also move on its own to make sure it's always ready to help. Every now and then, it will even hang out near you, just in case you need it. And you don't have to think about the battery, because Astro recharges itself. Let's get started by welcoming Astro to your home and trying out some things together.
Okay, so that was good intro to orient us, and now basically this is also required where we need to have a little chit chat back and forth with Astro. So I think we'll do this part as well, and I'll fast forward through those other longer demos. You guys, if you get this, you can just watch them on your own. Very basic stuff that you probably already know. Okay, so Astro 2.0 is ready here, and I'm going to say welcome home, and then I think we're going to do a little back and forth here. Let's see if I remember this right. There he is. And if he comes off the thing, he's undocking, so I'm gonna move this back. Here we go, trying to move forward. Clear out of the way. That's me and my tripod. And here he comes. Dun, 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 dun. Hi, Astro, yay! No error message yet? Oh, making the face. Oh, camera up. He's so cool, isn't he? Turning around. Don't get hung up in my cord. My iPhone started dying, so I had to get a charge. He's just chilling. Just took his quick peek around there and wants to try a few things. Okay. Now, I don't think he has a full battery, so hopefully that doesn't become a problem. Let's see. All right, let's try a few things. Continue. Okay, I'm going to skip through this because I can't, for copyright issues, I can't play 90s music. I don't know why Astro's favorite is an 80s music. It should be. I'm going to skip through that. We can try this one. Astro, flip a coin. Please no error. Please no error. Please no error. Tails. Ah, what did I tell you? All right. So, very encouraging so far. Super encouraging. I was actually nervous that I was going to have to scrap this whole video because that customer service error has been a real problem. And I was afraid it might be has something to do with my smart home, but that does not seem to be the case. So this is great and very encouraging. So the getting to know you thing, I will fast forward through. Well, I'll start it and then I'll fast forward it. There he is, yay!
By introducing Astro to yourself and the people who spend the most time in your home, you'll get a more personalized experience. Once you create a visual ID and voice ID, Astro can come find you when you ask.
I do recommend doing this. It's very cool.
Deliver reminders and play the music you love.
And he'll also speak to you by your name.
Visual IDs also help with home monitoring. If Astro detects someone it doesn't recognize, it can notify you through the app. Introductions only take a few minutes, and each person will be guided through a simple step-by-step.
Okay, so you can find these videos on YouTube if you're interested in seeing it right now. I definitely do not want to add anyone called Juliet Doe, but I'm going to fast forward through the rest of this little demo here, and then we'll go back into come back into the setup in a few seconds.
Step process. You can manage your profiles and settings, or create a new profile at any time. To get started, enter or select your name on the next screen.
Choose a name or create a new profile.
Okay, there's only one Tech Timmy right there. He is. Teach Astro your voice. Okay, so let's do this.
Say, Astro, start patrolling the home.
Astro, start patrolling the home.
Say, Astro, what are you doing right now?
Astro, what are you doing right now? I've said that many
Say,
times.
Astro, take this to the kitchen.
Astro, take this to the kitchen.
Say, Astro, can you beatbox for me?
Astro, can you beatbox for me? See what I did there?
Great job. It's nice to get to know your voice.
Nice. So that was easy, and I do recommend doing that. And then so Astro, teach Astro to recognize me. So this basically involves him taking a picture of me with the camera, I believe. Success! I did not think that was going to work. So my last version, I had to try this multiple times. So
Yes.
kind of painful. No more people to meet right now. We're going to say not now and keep going. And then this next one is 30 minutes long. So this is when he basically, we're going to go room to room. And I think what we'll do is I'll start this as well and then fast forward. This is not 30 minutes long, guys. This is, it's just not.
With your mobile
It's the other
device
thing.
and see what's happening at home when you're not there. With Live View, you can look around, capture photos, or check in with those at home using two-way video chat. You can even check on specific places. For example, if you think you've left the oven on, you can send Astro to it and adjust the camera height to get a better look. Astro can proactively help you monitor your home. You can even choose events to be notified about when you're away. Like if Astro sees an unknown person or detects sounds like smoke alarms or glass breaking using Alexa Guard.
Okay, so I'm sure we probably heard about most of this stuff, if not all of it already, particularly if you bought your own one of these. So we're going to keep going, fast forward there, and let's go on
Time
to
to
the next
pair
thing.
Astro with your mobile device.
Okay.
Open the Astro app to the Live View tab and select Pair with Astro to begin the pairing process.
Okay, so here I am in my Astro app. I had just figured I'd better show this in case someone else out there like me is getting a replacement. So we have both Astro and Astro New. So Astro and Astro New. So that's cool. And then it's unspecified location. So I checked the Astro New. I'm going to hit that. And then I'm going to select it. Live View, select Pair Astro. Okay, so we want to go to the Live View tab, follow the instructions on screen, and then say Pair Astro. First, pair your device. Scan QR code, and scan QR code or generate a PIN code. I'm going to say scan QR code. And then
Scan
this
the code with your Astro app.
is right on the Astro screen itself. So here we go, scanning the code, that easy, and it says pair, just like that. So presumably I can have two on the same network at once. So I had to delete the old map from my first Astro before I could get him to effectively map out the crib, which kind of makes sense, right? So Astro, move forward. So now what I'm going to do is walk him around my crib, and we're going to name every room so that he remembers and has a waypoint or a reference point. Astro, this is the bedroom. There we go, room name bedroom.
This room will be saved as
Perfect.
bedroom.
Now we're going to go into the hallway and do the same thing. Astro, come on. Astro, follow me. Ding, hallway. Okay, there we go.
This room will be saved as
Now we're
bedroom.
going to the kitchen. Sorry for the mess, guys. Christmas time here.
Astro will explore this room in a while.
Why? Astro, this is the kitchen.
Astro will explore this
So
room in
he
a while.
hasn't mapped this room yet, so that's why. So we need to either update this manually or I'm not really sure. Let's see what he does. Astro, I'm right here. Astro, this is the kitchen.
The name kitchen has been used for another space.
Interesting.
Please use a
Okay, so
different
he
name.
doesn't like the kitchen. Astro, follow me. That's easy. We can just edit the map manually. Astro, follow me. Astro, this is the living room. So because he found this room during his first map of my crib, he can assign it a name this way. So he's still following me. He's gonna come over here, and I'm just gonna go kind of silly. My living room and dining room are basically the same room, but Astro, this is the dining room.
This room is currently named living room. Is this a different room?
Yes.
Okay, this is dining room.
So that works. So basically then I need to let him finish doing his exploring, which he'll go on different exploring runs from time to time. Once he finds the kitchen, then I can name it kitchen, and then we can set that waypoint. But all in all, we have my friend back online here, and I will just leave you with one final message because it's actually Christmas tomorrow, and this is my Christmas present to myself. So we're just gonna say, Astro, Merry Christmas. And here we go, with no error. And I think in terms of getting the two Astros to play with each other, not gonna happen, guys. I may actually see if I can film a short form video for that. I'll do some more playing around tomorrow. But for now, I just wanted to get this guy set up. And my kids are coming tomorrow and they absolutely love him. Especially my older son's girlfriend is just like smitten. So I wanted to make sure that we had Astro ready to roll. Hope this video helped you guys. If it did, food might give me a thumbs up. Helps out the channel a lot. And please consider subscribing for a fun take on tech. I do all sorts of videos about not just Astro, but robots, as you can probably tell, electronic fireplaces, all kinds of stuff. So please subscribe. Hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.